Hi, I'm Glenn McGinnis, host of Outburst on the Cable Public Affairs channel. Lately, we, like many others, have been doing things differently. We've been talking to people across the country via Zoom about the COVID-19 pandemic and the issues surrounding it. We posed this question to Canadians. How do you feel about the restrictions put in place during the pandemic?
But it is really difficult to actually adhere to a lot of the restrictions that are in place because there's really no way to understand what people are doing and how people are responding to it. But I think that whatever actions have been done, they could have been done a little bit sooner, but the longer that we keep it in place, the better.
Of course we should be wearing masks. We need confidence to be able to step outside the door when we do. There should be, I think that we just got to get into rehearsal for how to act in a pandemic when we're on the streets. You know, just laws, municipally, they should get involved, provincially, about how to move, where to move, at least for a time, so that we're not shut down for a year.
I think that we have to listen to public health professionals. I'm not a public health professional, so I can't really give a qualified opinion. But from what I can gather, they're working, and we have to, stay the course with physical distancing, with self-isolating or staying home as much as possible. They're very challenging, no doubt. For those of us who are feeling isolated, this is a challenge. For people who don't have access to certain things during this pandemic, or even on a good day, this is certainly a challenge. But overall, I think that we have the right measures in place.
Even the face coverings, I think that's something we could have jumped on a little bit earlier. And in addition to that, the testing is still way too low, and we got to try and get the testing up. Because, all the experts say the same thing. You want early detection and then early containment. And, we're not getting good numbers. B, there's a false sense of security in regions or areas of the province or country that don't have positive cases, but probably do have positive cases. So I think overall they did a great job of getting us to stay inside, and the social distancing I think has been really good. So I think that's all, and they're talking about masks now. But I really feel they've got to get the testing ramped up dramatically.
But I'm a bit worried by the way that they are implemented. In my town in Montreal, it has been a synonym of increased policing and surveillance. And I think that although it's very important that we care for each other's health right now, we really have to treat COVID as a health issue and not a criminal one.
The early restrictions, I think, were very good, and it helped us in flattening the curve. But I think a lot of what I've been speaking about this time has been the long term, right? So, and I think it alludes to a little bit of what everybody is saying is, how do we start opening things back up in a safe way, but it allows our economy to continue and it allows people to get back to work. So I think that is part of the conversation we need to start having now, or at least giving us somewhat of a timeline of what we can expect. And I think that's what people are waiting for and anxious for right now. I think a lot of people have bought into the social distancing and the physical distancing. A lot of people are really respecting people's space, and we're seeing that. But now, what's next? And I think that's the next question.